Peace, everyone. How y'all doing? Welcome to Israel Doctrines, Lord Rodney Clark, Israel Doctrine Channel. Now, I have my copyright disclaimer up under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for criticism, comments, news reports, teaching, scholarship, and research. Now, I would like to get into what I come here for. In this video by Khalil Amani, a lot of my personal information is being put out. A lot of my personal information. He does it for the Queen also, but I'm not here to argue and fight and everything. I'm here to argue and fight for myself. So I'm going to get to me. And I'm going to show that he's stalking me to the point where he's looking up my personal information, which has nothing to do with him, and he's putting it out in the public. It's called doxing in these YouTube streets. But he claims he's not a doxer, but we will see.
Only to come on social media, on YouTube, and prop themselves up as kings and queens. And so now we see she went from prostitution. I said she went from prostitution to child abuser, to being terminated her parental rights. She went from prostitution to losing her son to YouTube streets queen. Isn't it beautiful that we live in a world where you can come from a very profligate and disrespectful and crazy real life background to being royalty on social media? Now let's move on to, if there's a queen, there's got to be a king. So let's move on to her side piece, her king. His real name is Carl Albert Davis. His YouTube name is Israel Doctrine. And like her, he has several YouTube pages. And these same pages talk about Khalil Amani very disrespectfully. Let me just show you a little bit. This is his main page. It's called Israel Doctrine, Teaching of Israelite Americans. That's right. Main page. But again, he is one of Khalil Amani's stalkers. That's right. And you can see my name and my face and all of that, all up and down his page. Let's get down to some of his stuff here, just to show you that I tell no lies about this guy. There I am right there. There I am, Khalil Amani and DJ K-Slit. There's my name. See? There you go. And there's more. There's a lot going on here. Let's see. My thing is going slow. Okay, we're going down. There I am right there. See? There I am right there. He claimed to make a whole documentary, but that documentary you see right there, that's Khalil Amani on the case, on the cover of his documentary. I said, this guy is my number one stalker. There I am right there. There I am right there. Just a little sampling. That's right. And he has other channels, but that's good enough for now. He's got me all pasted throughout this place. Yeah. There I am right there. Khalil Amani, Paul Scott. I'm all over the place. And so my last big video on this subject, I explained to you that this picture you're looking at is a mug shot. It's a mug shot. For he was in Cook County Jail in Chicago, Illinois, to answer the calls of stalking. Now, On my last video, I didn't show the receipts. I just told you that this picture, see the picture with the white wall and the grooves in the wall, the grooves, that was his mug shot after taking a perp walk. He did a mug shot because he was a stalker. He stalked a woman named Layla Wills. He stalked.
Now, once again, he's lying because Layla Wills, who is the director of a documentary with Africa Bambaataa being alleged as a pedophile, her son Camel, Ron Savage, and everybody else that she had involved in that, Khalil, she got mad because I found audio of her son Camel saying this. I don't have to make up nothing. I just play what he said.
After Bam got out of the hospital to figure out what really happened, and he gave me the picture of a light-skinned Puerto Rican little boy that looked just like me as a kid. And he gave me that picture because I was going to be the one who killed that boy for Africa Bambaataa.
Now, I found that out that her son Camel took a picture of the murder of a boy, and I told the director of the documentary, Layla Wells, and she said, I know you ain't telling me nothing that I don't know. So she knew, and she said nothing about it to this very day. She won't even confirm the audio that I'm playing to you all so y'all can hear, know, understand, and comprehend that her son Camel came out here in the world and told him he took a picture to murder the boy that Africa Bambaataa date rape. So, what's worse, date rape or murder? Date rape or murder? Well, Layla Wills covered up both of them, the date rape and the murder.
The shit out of her. But one thing I didn't do with my last video is I didn't show you the actual charge. Oops, my bad. Y'all know I don't lie, so I know you believe me, but on this video,
the actual false charges. Because I can go to, yes, that main channel and show you that Layla Wills only talked about that documentary. I want every piece of information that guy over there, if he talking to somebody, I want it. If he doing this and he talking about my documentary about me killing TC Islam and all the rest of that stuff, I want it. I want it because I know he's collecting data, and I want all the data he ever collected talking about me, my documentary, my possible murder of TC Islam, and my affiliation with the Zulu Nation. Now, I got a documentary out. Nobody wants to pay or buy the documentary. It's all good. Time will tell everything, people.
So, now he's a king today, just like the woman is a queen today, but was a whole prostitute and a whole child abuse.
Now, I am a king. I'm the YouTube street king. Why am I the YouTube street king? Because I've been kicking ass on YouTube for damn near 20 years. Nobody wants to acknowledge it, but I acknowledged it. And nobody's coming from the crowd but this government informant ass nigga. That's the only reason he is on the internet, because he's a government informant. He found out that DJ K Slate was out here trafficking them kids to Bambaataa to fuck. And when Bambaataa fucked that boy stabbed him, and he gave a picture to her son Camel to kill him. All shit hit the fan when Israel Doctrine found out, being the I can't even say the shit. The invest on it, because I invested the case and seen and found out all this shit about they low down shit. They worse than P. Diddy, They worse than Fat Joe. They worse than any motherfucker out here fucking children because they fucking them and they killing them.
This guy, in his past life, he neglected his children. He's a deadbeat dad.
Neglected my children. I planted my children, and a no good mother said, I'm going to kill these motherfuckers. What am I supposed to do? Especially back then when they had the law where a woman can kill the child. I did everything but kill that motherfucker for talking about killing my children. But God, thank God I got a child today. Don't know shit about it because the woman said she was going to kill it and ran off with it.
And he's a stalker. But his stalking charge came while he was heavy on YouTube. Again, I didn't show you it, but I'm going to show you it here. Here is the mugshot and the charge. Here it is. Carl A. Davis, arrest, age 41, March 2019. Chicago PD, booking number 1978-87513. Arrest location 555 West Harrison Street, Chicago, Illinois. Released March 29th.
So where was I arrested at? I was arrested at the courthouse because they play with these courts. They had that no good ass judge under their payroll, and that judge told me, you come to court at this time, and told her dumb ass, you go tell the police. So when he come to court, they can lock him up. They will have a, what you call it, bond or whatever. They will have paperwork to arrest him. So they got the no good ass judge to set me up to come to court so they can arrest me because I stay in Arkansas. Ain't shit I can do to that bitch in Arkansas. But anyway.
2019 at 7:40 a.m. Charge, violation, stalking, no contact is what it says.
It doesn't say
what
did it say? It says V10 stalking no ... Stop lying, bitch. Stop stalking me, bringing your bitch ass online, lying about me. Cause all that bitch Layla Wills had to do was go back and forth. She knew she was gonna lose, so she went and got an ignorant ass court judge and shit and put false charges on me. And then that bitch got off the case and put other motherfuckers on it till they put a man on it because they was like, we can't beat this motherfucker with these ignorant ass bitches up here trying to bring false charges on him.
Hey, my. And there's his face. There's the bigger picture with all the grooves in the wall. There's the shit-eating grin face of Mr. Carl Albert Davis. Today, though, he is a YouTube streets king. He's a Bible teacher. He's an apostle. He's an elder. He claims to be advocating for a child in New York that stabbed Bambaataa. But look at him, people. That is his mug shot. Carl Albert Davis. These are the receipts. Because I don't tell no lies. I give it to you straight, no chaser. The fuck nigga Carl Albert Davis, who is Israel Doctrine, if you didn't know, YouTuber Israel Doctrine. This is him. He got arrested and charged with stalking. So when you hear this fuck nigga called Khalil Almani a stalker, charge, violation, stalking, no contact. Let's let that breathe.
I thought he was a college graduate and can read. I don't see no violation. I see stalking, no, and I don't see no contact. Why the fuck is he adding something to something he can't read? But that's because he believe y'all some ignorant motherfuckers that's gonna believe him.
For a moment, shall we? And again, remember, people, this is not about bullying and badgering. This is about the juxtaposition and the compare and contrast of what people do in real life versus how they present on YouTube. See, on YouTube, this fuck nigga right here is a Bible teacher. On YouTube, he has a whole "what happened to that boy" movement. On YouTube, he claims to advocate for a child.
And that's the reason he's stalking right now, been stalking for 8 years. Because he was right there with me. But then Layla Wills, Troy Star Terrain, and Marcy Hamilton and them hip-hop people offered him, and even Shabir Bey, which is Africa Bambaataa, boyfriend or lover, whatever, they offered him a movie contract on his days with Yahweh Ben Yahweh and other shit. He sold his soul to them. Probably even been to their parties and been penetrated and shit. I don't know.
YouTube. But in his real life, he finds himself being charged and booked into the Chicago's Cook County Jail.
Another lie. I went to court. They said a bond. I bonded out. I never went behind the walls. But that's my other story. If I would have got behind them Chicago, Cook County police walls, they'd have murdered me. They was trying to murder me. But I came up with a phrase at the time. I ain't winning until I lose. And I still ain't lost shit.
For violating a stalking no contact order.
City of Chicago, did she not tell y'all that I was on the internet with guns and shit, threatening her lives and stuff? But y'all didn't press no charges or do none of that. Y'all dropped all that shit, and she dropped her case where she said I was stalking her. Because she like, I can't get the motherfucker murdered. Fuck it, I'm going to leave it all alone. Go look at the transcript of how the bitch cried when the judge said she dropped the case and everything. She wished death on me and all kind of shit because the bitch was mad she couldn't do shit to me because I'm a servant of the Lord God of Israel. The only thing they can do is try to put my information out there and get one of you stupid motherfuckers to get murdered for coming to town fucking with me.
Gotta lie. I just let the internet and my receipts and proof speak for me. He's the only one we know of all the YouTubers on YouTube who's been arrested and charged with stalking. He's the only one who got a whole violation and a whole goddamn situation.
So why am I the only one that's been lied on, been falsified against and everything else and couldn't prove shit? She told the state of Chicago, Illinois, the town, the state of Chicago, Illinois, that I did some shit that I didn't do. And they threw the shit out of court because they found the bitch to be lying. They threw it out of court. Months later, she threw the other shit out of court, which didn't have no criminal shit to it. The bitch was just lying, saying I was stalking her. But then she told the judge I dropped it. The nigga ain't stalking me and everything else. So what the fuck are you talking about, Khalil? You just a bitch ass nigga that want to put my information out there and let me know you got my information. That's good. So when you show your ass up, I can murder your motherfucking ass for stalking me.
for stalking a woman. Oh yeah, I said this video is about comparing and contrasting real life versus YouTube life. On YouTube, this guy is the king to that woman's queen. She was a queen, Quean, a prostitute and a child abuser. But on YouTube, that woman is the YouTube streets queen. He is a neglectful, deadbeat dad in real life and a stalker in real life. But on YouTube, he's Apostle Israel Doctrine. He's Elder Israel Doctrine. He talks Bible.
And I was all of this before the false charges and the lies to the Chicago Police Department. Y'all remember that homosexual dude, Smollett? He went and did the same goddamn thing Layla Wills did. He wouldn't lie. Somebody jumped on me. They did all this shit and caused all that problems up there in Chicago because he was tied to Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. He got the fuck up off of that. And because Layla Wills is tied to Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, she got her ass off all the shit too. It's called Chicago politics.
It's about eschatology and shit like that. End time prophecies and shit like that. But look at the fuck niggas' real life. It's in disarray. Oh, but it gets better than this. Did you know that he got the draws sued off of him also? You see, remember in the beginning, y'all, I showed you Khalil Amani with all those beautiful women in the club and, just real life shit. I'm going to show you some other shit at the end. But remember how I started this showing, pictures of me, proof that I was really a social butterfly. I was really a club kid. I was really a hot young man that was doing his thing. We'll get back to me in a minute. We're talking about comparing and contrast the real from the fake. But did you know this wasn't his first foray with law? Did you know that nigga is a swindler? Did you know that nigga is a thief also? He steals from people. I know this is new. Check this out. And this is recent shit. Check this out. Complaint, petition, Cross Media Corporation versus Carl Davis. That's Israel Doctrine. If you didn't know, now you know. Whoever Cross Media Corporation is, they sued the motherfucking draws off of Carl Davis. And this isn't way in the past. We can go over here and look. We can look right here and get the particulars of this case. See? Judge Honorable Courtroom 1110, May 14th, 2024. Case filing date.
Now, this is a good guy because he done found some shit that I don't even know about. Haven't received no mail, no phone call, or nothing. But Khalil Money got the information. I know who Cross Ridge Media is and everything else. It's an Israel Doctrine thing. They trying to sue Carl Abbott. Israel Doctrine Entertainment is a LLC, a limited liability corporation. You can sue the fuck out of it if you want to. Ain't got shit to do with me. I'm just the head of the corporation, but let's see.
May 14th, 2024. Again, here we go again with Cook County, Chicago. Breach of contract, non-jury, status pending. Parties The plaintiff is Cross Media Corporation, and the defendant is Carl Albert Davis, aka Israel Doctrine.
Stop reading shit wrong, stalking ass college graduate. It say Davis, Carl, Albert. You can't see that. You can't recognize that. Damn, you a bad stalker.
What did he do? He stole from these people, Cross Media Corporation. And let's just get to it real quick. This is the real life versus his YouTube life. Preview. Let's get up close. Preview. System generated hearing 7/5/2024. Just about not even a year ago. Less than a year ago. July the 5th, 2024, 9:30 a.m. Location courtroom 1110. Judge Coleman, Judge Arlene, a woman judge. Shout out to women judges. Judge Arlene Y. Coleman Romero, a Latina judge at that, it looks like, or married to a Latino man. Filed on 5/14/24 at 2:23 p.m. Iris Y. Martinez. In the Circuit Court of Cook County, Illinois, Circuit Clerk, Cook County, Illinois, Municipal Department, 1st District, filed 5/14/24. Blase, blase, blase. This is it. And the plaintiff meaning the person that's doing the suing, and the plaintiff is Cross Media Corporation, and they want their $9,972 plus court costs. And who do they want to pay it? Carl Albert Davis, the defendant. We're talking real world versus fake world. In the real world, this nigga got a whole lawsuit for damn near $10,000. He's $22, $27 short, or $28 short of $10,000. $9,972 plus court costs. So we can say over $10,000 that Cross Media Corporation, the plaintiff, is suing Carl Albert Davis for. And let's read a little bit of it. The plaintiff, Cross Media Corporation, complaining of the defendant, Carl Albert Davis, states below, the plaintiff is engaged in the business of rendering services. Plaintiff sold and delivered to defendant, Carl Albert Davis, at the specific instance and request of said defendant, Carl Albert Davis, aka Israel Doctrine, on various dates, more specifically set forth in Exhibit A, attached hereto, and made a part hereof those services as contained in said exhibit. The defendant, Carl Albert Davis, Israel Doctrine, has received all credits due, if any, leaving a balance due and owing to the plaintiff from the defendant in the amount of $9,972, said balance representing said service provided and merchandise charged as more specifically set forth in said exhibits. Although due demand was made on the defendant, Israel Doctrine, to pay said amount, the defendant, Carl Albert Davis, Israel Doctrine, has failed to pay said amount or any other amount. In further support of said claim is plaintiff's affidavit of claim attached hereto and made a part hereof. Wow. Wherefore the plaintiff, Cross Media Corporation, prays for judgment against the defendant, Carl Albert Davis, Israel Doctrine, in the sum of $9,972 plus court costs. Cross Media Corporation. Law offices of Mark E. Abrams, PC, on and on and on to the break of dawn. Statement of accounts. And there it is. Israel Doctrine. See, you want to know who Carl Albert Davis is? That's who he is. Israel Doctrine Entertainment LLC. The nigga used to live at 1693 Sparrow Ave in Parkin, Arkansas. Yeah. And this is all the money that he stole through the services. See? Video growth, reactivation fees, video growth, balance of subscription. The nigga owes 10.
Now, he gonna go as far as to find my social and get the 4 last digits, 48, 43. That's the 4 last digits. I'm not ashamed of my social. When I stayed in Chicago as a youngster, they used to put your social security number on your ID. I've never been afraid of motherfucking getting my social and doing shit with it. But this goes to show again, I ain't winning. I'm not losing. And they're trying to do shit to break me and talk about them and shit. This is much as they gonna get. Like when I talk to my friend, he's like, well, you exchanging with them. No, well, I'm gonna explain to the world again. I ain't sitting up minding my business, and I look over and find that someone's talking about me, people through my window and different shit. And I have no means to fuck them up. That's the government informing. The government is going to protect his ass if I take him to court. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm not. I don't know what the fuck going on. I need some legal advice because I'm tired of being stalked and harassed and lied on and my information putting out there and all this shit. You can take your ass to 1693 Sparrow if you want to. I ain't there. But I will hear that your bitch ass been running up in the yard and doing shit. And I would prepare to pull up to that motherfucker and leave who or whatever that's in that yard in that motherfucker. I'll put you in the yard. So you do what you want to. You can follow these motherfuckers if you want to. You can try to threaten my life, whatever you want. I'm winning until I lose. And I ain't dead and I ain't lost shit. Being sued is a part of being a businessman. And I am a businessman. With that said, subscribe to Israel Doctrine. Israel Doctrine. I'm out. This my shit on Khalil the Money channel. I'm out. Lord Rodney Clark. I'm out. Peace.